Here are the top 5 highest valuations ever given on the Antiques Roadshow. The program, which has been giving valuations on people's heirlooms since 1979, has uncovered some real treasures. So let's find out which ones came out on top. Number 5. A Van Dyck painting. In 2013, a man turned up to the roadshow in Cirencester, carrying a painting he bought for just £400. Priest Father Jamie MacLeod, who bought the portrait in a Cheshire antique shop, was hoping it would be valuable, so that he could sell it to raise money for new church bells. And when presenter Fiona Bruce spotted a familiar detail on the painting, her hunch led to a very surprising realization. She said, "When I saw this, something about the eyes and the way you can see the bone under the nose here, it just looked similar to the kind of paintings I'd been looking at, so I thought, who knows, it could be." Despite bearing the artist's name on its wooden frame, there were doubts over whether it was actually an original piece, and whether more could lie beneath. But after months of investigation and painstaking restoration, the painting was revealed as a real Van Dyck masterpiece, and worth a whopping £400,000. It was believed to be part of preparation for a bigger work by the Flemish-born artist, who was England's leading court painter under Charles I. But tragedy would befall the forgotten painting when it went under the hammer at Christie's auction house in July 2014. Despite the hype, excitement and anticipation surrounding this long-lost treasure, by the time the gavel struck for a final time, the piece that was listed in the Old Masters and British Paintings catalogue had failed to sell after not receiving a single bid. The fate of the painting now is currently unknown. Number 4. Banksy's Mobile Lovers. Banksy's piece Mobile Lovers, which depicted a couple embracing while both staring at their phones, appeared on the wall of Bristol's Broad Plain Boys Club in April 2014. The 120-year-old youth club was struggling financially, and Dennis Stinchcombe from the club brought the mural to the Antiques Roadshow in the hopes selling it could help prevent the club from closing its doors. However, they almost didn't make it to the program, as the council argued the painting was on their land and took it back to a museum, before Banksy wrote to Mr. Stinchcombe giving his blessing to do as he sees fit. Owner Dennis said, "I am looking to sell the Banksy at the highest price, and I just took it down to get an expert opinion. I'm not an art dealer and I've got no idea what I am doing." He said it was like everything else. Banksy is an incredibly hard thing to put a price on. And the reason behind that is there are no set fees or prices, but it is a very unique piece. The show experts valued the artwork at £403,000. At the time, it was believed the painting was worth more than most of Banksy's work, due to the handwritten note delivered by the mysterious artist. Number 3. Angel of the North. A 6-foot-tall maquette of the Angel of the North brought the first 7-figure valuation on the Antiques Roadshow when Fiona Bruce and the expert team visited Gateshead in 2008. The prototype was the final version Anthony Gormley made before the world-famous 66-feet sculpture was commissioned in 1994. The sizable statue took 5 people to carry it to the site after residing in Gateshead Council offices for 13 years. Ultimately, experts valued the piece at £1 million, which was more than Gateshead Council paid for the actual 66-feet-high sculpture. Number 2. FA Cup. It is not unusual for people to bring sporting memorabilia to be appraised on the Antiques Roadshow. However, few items have the history of the longest-serving FA Cup in history. The cup, which was the third FA Cup trophy, was created by Bradford business Fattorini & Sons, and was the official trophy between 1911 and 1991. Brought in by BBC Sport's Gabby Logan, and Leeds United's former manager and 1972 FA Cup winner Eddie Gray in 2015, the item received the highest valuation ever given by Alistair Dickinson during his 20 years on the programme. Presenter Fiona Bruce said that the trophy has a very special place in the hearts of English football fans. Silver expert Dickinson said, "The hardest thing of all about this is putting a value on it. This is, alongside the Wimbledon trophy, the most famous cup in the country. I think, quite comfortably, this has got to be worth well over £1 million. The highest ever value I have given on Antiques Roadshow." Number 1. Fab Flower. The Antique Roadshow's highest valued item came via 2 British soldiers in 2017 when the programme visited Dudley. They brought in a Fab flower that had belonged to the British Army regiment. The stunning ornamental flower was made in Imperial Russia and crafted using gold, silver, enamel and jade with a diamond center and carved rock crystal base. It's one of the only surviving botanical studies created by Fabergé in the early 1900s. The antique piece was even kept in its original presentation box. The astounding valuation, revealed by Geoffrey Munn, the show's Fabergé jewelry expert, stood at £1 million. He said his pulse was racing when he set eyes on the object. To make a judgment of that enormity is a tricky thing to do, so I'm not going to pretend it wasn't pressurized, he explained. This was a sensation beyond our wildest dreams really. This is a towering masterpiece from Fabergé. It's what we call an object of fantasy, because it has absolutely no function whatsoever, except to be a source of pleasure. It is the rarest, most poetic manifestation of Fabergé's work that one could ever hope to see. Subscribe to Blinkerbytes for more fun facts, feel-good stories, animals and more.